Hey there everybody, Dr. Alex Vadan here, and I recently did a video with Dr. Lauren Cormier, and we talked about the fact that, hey, I'm going to be coming to Nova Scotia, and we had just done a video together, and I said, having had that experience of us shooting that video together, what 3 things would you like to know about doing video? And I even added in a little bonus one in there too, as 4 questions that she would like to know. Like, when I'm doing video, what are things that I need to know? Or what are things that I can do? So I thought to myself, what are some things that I can do? Because I just want to add value to as much of this as I possibly can. And I thought, what better way to do that than to start doing some of this information now and start giving you some of that content now so you can start practicing it now so that whenever it comes time for my seminar that I'm going to be doing with them in Nova Scotia, that you'll have information that you can say, hey, look, Dr. Vadan, I tried this. And this is what worked for me, and this is what isn't working for me. How can I make that better? How can I tweak some of those things? So maybe we can have some interaction within that too. But let me make sure that I answer a couple of those questions right now so that you can get started with those things. So the first question she asked me was, where do I look? I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I'm going to dive into this a lot more. But one of the best things that you can do is not look at the camera. And I know that seems contraindicated to what you would typically think, but don't look at the camera when you're first starting. Because of the fact that I want you to be relaxed. I want you to have it to where when you're relaxed, you're going to get the most information out there that possibly can, and it makes you more comfortable. As you're more comfortable, your audience is more comfortable with you too. So the other question is, what do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do with my hands because Dr. Cormier, she likes to stand with her hands behind her back and she likes to do this. And that can throw things off because people tend to look at that and go, what's going on behind there? What's going behind your back? Why do you keep sitting with your hands behind your back? It makes me question things. It makes me look at things differently, as I'm going to mention here in a moment about some other things too that make you question, like, why is he doing that? So I tend to say, do what's comfortable for you. But bring those hands, if you can bring them out in front of you, it really helps. We'll dive into that more at the seminar too, because I want to make sure that you feel comfortable on camera. The other thing is filler words. Well, I'm going to go back to what I've already said. Be comfortable. If sometimes you need to use words like and us, and that kind of a filler for space, for time, for you to think about what your next topic is going to be, whatever the next thing you're going to say is going to be, then go ahead and use those filler words. Get used to just shooting the video and get used to doing it and being comfortable, and you will get better. I'll just tell you, it just takes time. It takes practice. I still at times, I shoot tons of video, and I still end up at times having filler words that end up coming out, and I hear myself do it, and now at this point I go, I got to work on that. I got to change that and modify it. So just know, everybody does it to some degree. Just get better at it. The other thing is what to wear. And this is what I alluded to earlier. I said, it's going to make you kind of go, well, why is he doing that? This shirt is the thing you do not want to wear when you're on camera. This type of thing where you have lots of patterns and lots of different things, because as you see, when I move through the camera, it throws it off a bit. And so anything like a plaid or a checker, or if it's a small print, then that throws things off for the camera. And so it ends up looking like a blur and it looks distorted. That's not at all what I want for you. I want it to look as though it looks smooth. So solid colors are good, but not green. Don't use green. I'll explain why at the seminar. You'll see it. You'll see it for yourself, but don't do that. Don't wear green. But typically solid colors are going to be better. Maybe having some patterns is okay, but having too much is just too much for the camera to pick up everything that it needs. But the thing is this. All of these things I'm saying, you can negate all of it with this one simple thing. I don't want any of this to be the thing that becomes the deterrent to keeping you from getting your message out there. So I don't want you to say to yourself, well, I keep on using filler words, so I'm not going to shoot any video today because I just don't have time. Or I'm wearing the wrong shirt. This is not the best shirt for me to wear. I could have easily, I've got changes of shirts, but I wanted to wear this on camera today for you to see this, to go, that's not the best shirt to wear. It's not terrible, but it's not the best thing to wear. I'm not going to let that deter me from shooting the videos that I need to shoot. I don't want that to happen for you too. Sometimes we put that pressure on ourselves that it has to be perfect before we can actually do it. And perfection punishes everything. And the problem is that we often wait for everything to be perfect before we're willing to take the step outside of our comfort zone to actually make things happen for ourselves, for our practice, for our family, for our community. And I don't want that to be the case for you. So I hope you have some good tips here that you can start implementing right now. So take those into consideration. Start doing that now. Start implementing so that whenever I come to Nova Scotia, you can ask me some direct questions there as well, so we can work on some of those things and play back and forth with how we can modify that stuff. Because if you have questions about it, and like Dr. Cormier had questions about it on the last video, I want to make sure that they get answered so that you can start delivering the content and delivering the message that you need to. All right, everybody, I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon and looking forward to seeing you in Nova Scotia.